And a very good evening and welcome to the Netball Centre and the Key Centre here for this clash between France and Poland. Great start here for the French. They get it away nicely there, courtesy of the number 11 and Jonathan Hyvenet. And the French are on the board early doors, or has there been a penalty called? So we'll come back to that start. And the pass is inbound nicely from Henich. Gives it away beautifully there to the number 3 and Kapusta. Kapusta works his way up court. Just plays it at the line. Gives it nicely back into Henich. Henich works hard. Great work from the defender there for the Polacks in the Rugby in the number 5 jumper. So we're underway here very much so, and one apiece between France and Poland. First time I've seen France in this competition so far. Of course, some of their games have been at the Netball Centre, and a commentator that spent a little bit of time there is my co-commentator in Molly Gray. Good afternoon, good evening to you. Great to have you here in the box for this one between the French and the Polacks.
Good evening. I was lucky enough to watch the French play on Sunday, and they were amazing. I was really impressed by them. I thought they just did such a spectacular job, and they've really come into the competition absolutely firing. So I'm excited to see what they can do against the Polish.
So the score now one apiece between France and Poland. Henich just coming over to the side, and it looks like the number 11 in Hyvenet will come across for the French. Some great names within this French side and plenty of experience, of course, going down early doors, as Molly stated earlier in the piece. So the inbound pass comes away nicely, goes away to Hyvenet. Hyvenet charges hard at the line, tries to go around Kapusta and does so particularly well. So France, they get their second goal on the board. A minute gone in this contest. And Poland, Molly, they've been a side that have really been up and down. Some days they can look like absolute superstars, and some days they look as though they've just picked up the sport a couple of hours ago. Yeah,
absolutely. You know, I think when it comes to these World Championships, it comes down to consistency as well. Consistency and momentum is what I find. You need to start off hard, but you need to be able to keep that going and build that momentum throughout the entire tournament. You've got to peak at the right times. So hopefully, you know, we are 2 apiece now, so hopefully they can keep building from here.
So Hyvenet will play it after that Isabella Rubak goal there for Poland. 2 apiece now. 6.5 to go before that quarter-time break. It's nice move to the line. Great defence from the French, close doors, and Hyvenet gets the points there. It was terrific work from Salugi. Very close to the line in the 13 jumper. Almost looks like Richard Clapton out there with his dark sunnies on. You see a lot of the players wearing the glasses. A couple of players for Japan in the game earlier we saw. Daisuke Ikazaki with the glasses, and there's some other ones right across this tournament as Rubak moves it nicely for Poland. Tries to work it, gives it away to Henich. Henich charges up the court. Bit of grief there from the 13 and Salugi. Nice over-the-head pass. Away goes Henich. And it's great stuff from Poland. They build here beautifully, and Witkowski gets the points for the Polacks. Great game here, 3 apiece, Molly. Really tight. The game earlier between Japan and Sweden, that went right down to the wire, and this one looks like it's going in similar fashion.
Well, these are the types of games that are the most exciting as well. You know, you want teams that are going to verse each other at that top level and really give each other a run for their money. And it's more entertaining for all the spectators as well. You know, World Championships, you want to know that the teams are putting their best foot forward, and this is exactly what these two teams are doing for us today.
So the play up court, Hyvenet takes it to the line. And he gets the try for France, so they'll be wanting to bounce back from that earlier loss in the tournament and try and get one over the Polacks here. Henich gives it inbound. Isabella Rubak works it nicely. One of the great female players, 1 of 5 in the Wheelchair Rugby World Championship in 2018. Beautiful ball away to Kapusta. Kapusta works well. It's a great charge there from Nankin for France in the 3 jumper. Couldn't quite get it. And the points come there for Kapusta and Poland. They now square it up 4 apiece as France take it up mid-court. Nice work from Hyvenet. Hyvenet just working nicely. Great work from Salugi in defence. Comes close now, France, to that line. Goes left and right. Holds it up again. You can see the defensive line in a matter of moments. Brilliant work there from Salugi in defence. Created the hole. There's a player on the left-hand side there, the number 3 in Nankin, that created some opportunities on the left flank. Terrific game here. France take the lead, but it's just real back and forth wheelchair rugby at the moment, Molly.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And again, like I said, that's what you want to see. What I really like about that try that they just scored, though, was that, the French were, working their way in and out and sort of teasing the defence a little bit, and then a hole opens up when people lose a bit of concentration. And they're able to just, use their force and momentum to be able to punch through that line.
Hyvenet takes the possession play, takes it up the line. Great work from the number 3 and Nankin for France to just provide some protection, and Salugi did well in the 13, just trying to get his presence in that try line area. Henich gives it inbound to Isabella Ruback. Ruback now just gets around one around. Hyvenet gives a pass over the top. Henich will get it, so Ruback and Henich are combining beautifully, and Kapusta puts himself in a great position, and the try comes for Poland. So France starting to come back now, 6-5 in favour of the French. Goes away to Salugi. Salugi just takes his time. Nice work there from the 3 and Nankin in defence. Terrific work there from Chalman. Chalman just tries to work his way across court. Salugi goes to the line, and the ball goes out of bounds. So the ball will come back, it would appear, to Kapusta, and he will inbound it nicely there to Henich. Henich plays at the line. You can see Ruback just working hard to get defence. She gets the ball in her cart now, tries to work hard. Hyvenet comes in and gives some grief, and the penalty is called. Based on the facial expression there, Molly, Isabella Ruback, don't think she liked that call.
I don't think she liked that one at all. But you know what? That's the risk that you take when you try to take the ball off the other team.
Comes away nicely to Henich. Henich just works himself in defence. Nankin working nicely for France, trying to get the ball there from Henich. Henich works it hard, close to the line. Akadias Henich plays it nicely for Poland. Just holds it up there. Kapusta just doing nicely as well, just in floating coverage. And the try goes to Henich on that occasion for Poland. So 6 apiece now. 4:12 to go before quarter time. Another pass inbound from Salugi. Has some options. Chalman right in front of him, but I don't think he'll go there. He's looking further far, but he does go to Chalman, in fact. Now Salugi goes up the middle. Great work from Nankin. Salugi just takes it inside the quarter. You can see Ruback coming. Oh, gives a little bit of a bump and shove. She's not happy with that. Probably unintentional, but there's a spill. So he seemed to turn left and right quite quickly. Take us through this, Molly.
Oh, you can see here that the French really, the space opened up for them, but unfortunately Isabella just came in and clipped the back wheel and flipped the French player over, which is not good for her. So
Salugi is the player that's getting to his 2 wheels. He seems okay, and great sportsmanship there between the 2 players in Salugi and Ruback. She wasn't happy. It was obviously unintentional from that instant reaction, Molly, and that's terrific sportsmanship between the sides.
Yeah, absolutely. No one ever goes out to intentionally flip anyone or hurt anyone, and they know the rules. They know that you can't clip the back, and as long as she hangs around and she lets him know that it's an accident. I've done it before in rugby. I've definitely put on a couple of head highs, and straight away what you've done. Hands up in the air, and you're like, I'm so sorry.
Whether you hit the mark or not. So Poland on the attack now. Great work from them, working it nicely down the flank. And Tomasz Witkowski gets the try for the Polacks. It'll be now inbound there, well for Chalman. Chalman gives it to Salugi. Salugi takes it to that line. Of course, France featured in the 2014 competition. Poland didn't qualify. And Poland, they competed in the 2010 tournament, and France didn't qualify. So these sides going a bit back and forth, and both obviously in this tournament. Both countries, their second appearance in the World Championship event. So great to have them here in Sydney. And it's the first ever meeting between these 2 sides at a World Championship, Molly. So plenty on offer for bragging rights.
Well, speaking of back and forth, this score is a little bit back and forth as well. Someone scores, someone else scores. No one seems to be tearing away with points on the board. So it's a great contest, and especially because they haven't played each other very often. They don't know what to expect only from what they've seen of video footage. So
France 7th, Poland 17th. Salugi went over the try line there. And it looks as though it's counted. So 9-7 the score now. Comes inbound nicely to the number 9 in Witkowski. Witkowski works it 3 minutes before quarter time. Henich now gets the ball away. And he calls a timeout. Interesting tactic for Poland. I thought they probably might have put a bit more attack on there, but they've called the coach's timeout. Obviously, he wants to have a chat. They're down on the scoreboard, Molly. So, obviously, just to regroup as France make a couple of changes.
Yeah, I think it's important to sometimes just regroup and get the coach will see the field differently to what the players might necessarily. So, this is important. He can let them know what they need to raise, what they need to back off on as well. So, France are getting 2 points ahead of them now. It's been an even contest the entire time. So, hopefully they can pick it back up and get some more points on the board.
So 9-7 the margin 2 with 3 to play in this first term. And the ball will be inbound, as you can see there, from the number 9 in Witkowski. Gives it to Rubak. Rubak has some space. Brilliant work there from Kapusta in a defensive role. Now some work to do for Rubak, but brilliant work to Henich. And Poland respond in brilliant fashion. Tough and hard. Great work there from Rubak to get that pass away, Molly. And Henich, well, he didn't really deserve the accolades because all the credit deserved to go to Rubak.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? You got hard workers in there and the ones who are able to get away from the pack and make it an easy try. So that's exactly what he did. But that's all right. Team sport, team effort.
So Sebastian Verdon, he gets the points there. And there'll be an equipment timeout. So I'd say it'll be a tyre change, it looks like, for Kapusta. He's on screen. It is him. So Christoph Kapusta gets the tyre change. I was having a chat with our court announcer, Gary Lowe, prior to the game. He's quite fluent on his French. Gave me a few tips on some of the names, so hopefully I'm getting them correctly or don't want to stuff them up.
Do you know what? I'm sure if we are getting them wrong, someone will let us know.
I'm sure it'll come up somewhere. That's the great thing about commentating. You're always given the heads up when you make a blue.
Oh, yeah.
Straight
People
away.
will not tell you when you're doing good, but they'll tell you when you're doing bad. That's for sure.
Henich plays it nicely there for Poland. Some work to do for the French in Le Guen. He just plays it nicely, but here come the French. Is there time here for points? Oh, has he picked it up short of the line? Yes, he has. That's terrific work from Rida Salem. And 10-8 the scoreline. Jeez, it was really getting away with him. Take us through this one, Molly.
Oh, you can see it here. He's one of my favourite players in the French team, and he goes right in there, picks it up. Does he? He doesn't get it, though, does he?
He did get it. He did get it. He picked it up centimetre perfect, short of the line.
I love that he could pick it up just from the back as well. I think that's really skillful play.
Yeah, worked it well. And Salem getting the points on that occasion, 10-8. So the score now and the margin goes to 2. 2:17 to play. It'll be inbound here from Poland, it would appear, on that corner. So the referees are just having a chat. So it looks as though that last play might be going to a review, I'd say, because the referees are just checking with the score bench. And that brings us to that halt in play. Wonderful to have the naming rights sponsor, GIO, City, Land Rover, the Australian Government, New South Wales State Government and Sydney.com involved as supporters, and of course wonderful support from the Defence Force, the Navy, Rugby AU and Wheelchair Sports New South Wales. We thank them for that. And the ball that you're seeing getting thrown around the court is all thanks to Moulton. They are the IWRF official ball of the 2018 World Championship. Ball inbound nicely here for Poland, and it'll be the number 9 in Witkowski who gives it to Henich. Henich just waits for possession, gives the ball nicely back inside, and Kapusta now has some work to do, but it's got the man in French in Verdon. He tries to move it and just working well. Great work from Sebastian Verdon. Just charged hard at the line. Kapusta not happy about it based on the reaction. So much passion in this Polish side. Saw their anthem earlier in the piece on day one. They were all singing along, hands on hearts. Just wonderful to see this whole team come together as one when the anthem was on, Molly.
Oh, absolutely. I think being able to play for your country and to play at a World Championships, there's so much passion and pride behind it, and it's great to see that everyone gets involved. And, the Polish also have some really great supporters in the crowd as well, so that's going to be helping them push through this game.
So Salem gets the points, and now it's 11-8, so the margin back to 3. Kapusta goes hard. Nicely worked there. You can see Henich flying down the left flank. The ball has come loose. It'll be an opportunity here for Salem. He picks it up again close to the line. Now some work to do, looking for some opportunities. Has his man there in the 8 number in Caromp. Caromp gives it back inside beautifully, and France respond well. Verdon gets the points, and they now start to just get that lead out to 4 points. 12-8, just over 90 seconds to go. So great little turnover there for the French, and they just turned that opportunity into points. They've done it again by the looks of it. Ruback went hard into Salem, and it goes the way of Poland on this occasion. So it'll be Witkowski who inbounds it to Henich. Under 90 seconds to play. Salem going at Henich hard. Henich works it nicely. Great pass to Ruback. Can she get it? She can. She gets it away beautifully. Kapusta. Oh, just out of the reach. Brilliant work, Salem. And Salem will work his way up the court, the left flank. He moves inside that attacking key, and he'll go through for points. Your favourite player does it again, Molly, and goes for a bit of a tumble.
Oh, he's just so good. After I saw him on Sunday, he was just one of my favourite players from that day, and right now he's just proving it. He's, and he's old, not a lot older, but a little bit older than some of the other players out there as well. But there's just so much heart behind it. Look at that, just cruises on in and takes a bit of a tumble, but it's part of the game. It is what it is, and he's incredible. He's doing such a great job for France.
Almost taking out Celeste, the camera woman, there behind the benches and the scoreline there. So she does some great work with the photos. And now Ruback will work her way nicely upfield. Gives it nicely to Witkowski and away to Kapusta. Kapusta plays it up the line. He gets the try. Brings Poland back into contention. 4 points the margin, just under a minute to play. And it'll go away to Kromp, who will play it nicely. Has Salem there. Has the number 6 in Le Guen. Now just tries to play it at the line. Goes at the number 5 in Verdon. Verdon plays it. Hail Mary downfield. Salem tries to get it. Does well. Great juggling act. Kapusta tries to get it. Has his man there, and France respond well. Great goal to Le Guen. Terrific stuff from the French. Didn't panic. Le Guen came up. Nice work from your favourite player, Salem. And France strike back, and they lead by 5.
Yeah, that was some really great support play as well. Salem got a little bit caught up there in all the chaos, but a good support play by one of his teammates who was able to get around the outside and create some space for himself, and just a little lob over the top, and off he goes.
So Salem creating a nice little hole there for Verdon. Verdon just working his way nicely. Shot clock in progress. 18 seconds on the game clock, as you can see it. That's the same on the shot clock. Henich tries to go at his man. Great protection from Le Guen. And now France try and get this point. Verdon, can they try and get some points here going into the quarter-time break? Great work to Salem. Salem goes left and right around Kapusta. Brilliant pass in field to Verdon. And France, they get the points late in the term. 15 points to 9. A second to go. Brilliant stuff from the French, Molly.
Oh, wasn't it? That was a really good hard line as well. Just reminds me of playing rugby when you just hit that good line, you go straight through, and you're able to get right through that defence and get a try. I think that's really great. France are working really well together, and they're putting a lot of pressure on the Polish now, who are doing well to stand up against them. But France are just proving to be that little bit classier today in the game.
Well, if players love a hard line, commentators love a hard line. I can tell you that. When you see a player just gap them straight through that hole, that's stuff that commentators live for.
Exactly.
We'll take a break. It's quarter time. Great game in progress here. France 15, Poland 9. On the other side, all the action of the second term.
See, feel, climb. First out, last in. Look round corners, look in crannies, go down dark alleys, lose yourself. Catch a lift, break new ground, turn things inside out. Go walkabout, get set, go after the goosebumps. Never stop discovering.
And welcome back to the Key Centre here for day 3 of the 2018 IWRF Wheelchair Rugby World Championship, all thanks to GIO. Nice work there from the number 7 for Poland. And Rocky, big solid player, Rocky gives it to Kapusta. And Poland are on the board already. John O'Farr, Molly Gray in commentary. As the 13 for France in Saligu. Takes it up the line, just plays it hard, goes nicely, has Havanay on his right, but doesn't need him. And Christophe Saligu goes forward for points and a try there. 16-10, Molly, the margin starting to just get a little bit away from the Polish at the moment.
Yeah, it is a little bit, but, you know, from what we saw in the first quarter, the Polish came out quite hard and they matched France really well. And you can see here, they've just got over the line again. Great to see. So hopefully they can stick with this momentum that they're building now. At the end of the first quarter, they sort of lacked off a little bit, but if they can keep this going, they will be on track to close the gap.
Schwabski, the goal scorer on that particular occasion for Poland. They take it up mid-court. It's Havanay in possession now for France. Big punch there from Saligu close to the line. Great work from Nankin close to there. And the points go the way of Jonathan Havanay. So the play now inbound for Rocky. Rocky gives it for just away there to the number 4 in Shostak. Shostak will give it back inside to Kapusta. Kapusta now tries to find his man. Can't find him there in Slabski. Slabski now just working in a defensive pattern as the ball comes back to Saligu. He'll play it inside that attacking line. 17-11 in favour of France, looking for their 18th goal of the game. Goes left and right, playing it on the far fringe. Brilliant work from Nankin there in the 3. Terrific work across there from Havanay, but Saligu tries to go and gets the try. Brilliant stuff from France, just kept peppering the line. And they got the opportunity in the end. It's
all about that, isn't it? Putting the pressure on the Polish right on that line there and not getting that white line fever where you just want to, get over the line straight away, sort of, weave your way around the back and try and penetrate the line in different areas. And then, hopefully a gap will open up. And that's exactly what it just did.
So it'll go back to Schwabski. And he'll try and inbound it. Gives it back nicely there to Slabski. Slabski works it. He just tries to play it there. Lucas Slabski gives the ball across field. Rocky's flying, but it's taken there by Saligu. He just tries to get some possession away. Has Nankin in front of him. Possession is coming the way of France. Chalman doing well in protection in front. Nice pass from Saligu away to Havanay. And he goes through for a pretty classy try for the French. 19-11 now, the margin 8, but they inbound it quickly. Poland goes away to Schwabski. Schwabski now just has a couple of options there in Kapusta in the 3. Looking for him long down court. Goes over the head of Schwabstak. Now back to France, unfortunately causing that mistake. And they're on the charge now. A bit of a bump and grind for Havanay. Havanay will try and play it. Nankin there on the right-hand side of him, providing some nice protection. Just trying to stop Rocky getting to the line. Havanay will play it inbound. Saligu, he'll play it now inside that attacking line. Goes left and right. Goes on the left flank and gets the try. Great protection close to the line for Christophe Saligu. And France get their 20th goal of the game. And now the margin 9, Molly. So really France just exercising some control here and desperately wanting to get back after that shock loss on day 1.
Yeah, you know what, I absolutely agree. And like we said, the Polish did really stick it to them in the first quarter, but they just seem to be dropping the bundle a little bit here. And it's just those long shots that they were getting those turnovers on, and that's not really what they need. I think they need to work a little bit tighter, a little bit closer together and work their way up the field, maybe a little bit more slowly before they go for those big lobbing balls, because they just find themselves out of position, and players like Saligu just happen to be there in the right place to be able to defend it and get the ball back.
So Kapusta works hard at the line. Just trying to get work. Oh, does well in limited real estate. Goes on that left flank and gets the points there for the Polacks, and now it'll come inbound for the French in the 4 in Chalman. Chalman looks for Nankin to go there, has Saligu and goes that way. Saligu may have to get rid of it. Great work to Havanay. Havanay just works his way nicely. Oh, away from Chalman. Chalman lost possession, and Kapusta gets the possession. No, he loses it. Comes back for Nankin. Now to Havanay. Havanay will get the possession. Back and forth. The points go to France, but could have gone very easily the other way, Molly.
That could have gone anyway then. Bit of a slippery ball all over the place. Didn't know who was going to get it. So France were just lucky in that sense.
Schwostak gives it away to Rocky. Of course, the IWRF official ball is the Molten. Pretty solid ball. It gets a bit knocked around. And players sometimes struggle with it. And then in the game earlier we saw with Sweden, they were taking some classic catches. And speak of that, that's a great one from Schwostak there, close to the line, Molly.
Yeah, no, this is what I like about the Polish, is that when they work, like I just said before, when they work tight-knit, close together, and they just grind, that's when they start to get their points, and that's what they need to stick to this time, I think.
Sailor Guert works it nicely to the line, 21-13 in favour of France, and that becomes 22-13. 4:19 left in this half. Second turn, ball back inside, gives it away to Kapusta. Great work from the 31 in Schwopski. He tries to play a defensive role and does it well. Great pass across, and it goes to Schwostak, and Schwostak gets the points for Poland. Just great connectivity in the court. They don't really panic, and it's just solid lead-up work from Christoph Kapusta that really sets it up nicely. The finish there from Schwostak was pretty simple in the end, Molly.
Yeah, you know, when you're playing a close game and there's a lot of contact involved, you have to stay calm and you just have to keep working hard. And then when it opens up, that's where your moment is. You know, you don't have a moment to score off every, off every couple of seconds. You know, you've really got to wait and bide your time sometimes.
As Hyvenet goes to the line, great work from Sailor Guert, trying to distract them, and he did it well. And the points come for Jonathan Hyvenet for France. And now, as you can see, 23-14 in favour of the French. Looking for another win in this tournament. Bit of a bunch up in the middle of court that's off screen. Players just asserting themselves on the court. Looks like Sailor Guert is getting a tyre change, but that's okay. Everything fixed there. And, of course, France, they're ranked 7th in the world. Poland in 17th. Works it nicely there to Kapusta. Gives it to Schwostak. Schwostak just plays it at the line. And he gets the points for the Polacks, 23-15. The margin's 8, but, geez, Poland, they're really trying in this contest, Molly.
They are, and I don't think they're going to give up until the very end. You know, they're a determined team, and they've shown that throughout the majority of this game. France are just a little bit quicker, is what I've noticed. But in contact, the Polish definitely stand up to the test.
So it goes back in field nicely to France, and Hyvenet goes hard at the line and gets the try. So the points is there, and it comes back to Rocky. So Rocky will try and inbound it, gives the pass across the line. Goes nicely back to Schwostak. Schwostak loses possession, as you can see there. A bit of a bump and shove close to the line. Kapusta couldn't keep it alive there for the Polacks, and it goes out of bounds. So 3:19 left on the game clock in this second period, 24-15. John O'Farr, Molly Gray in commentary. Great to have you here in the broadcast booth. How have you enjoyed the last couple of days here at Homebush?
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. This is my first introduction to wheelchair rugby. You know, I come from Rugby 15s, and as soon as I got the chance to be able to come out here and commentate, I did not want to pass it up because I've heard great things about it, and it's blown me away. The contact and the physicality in this game is terrifying. Someone asked me earlier if I would go down and jump in a chair and have a go with the classic Wallabies, and it scares the hell out of me. I'm not going to lie.
Well, we'll be able to see that game following the completion of this one. That'll be on the stream. Stay with us for that contest as France take it up nicely through Verdon. Verdon just battling his way through. Great pass inbound. France work it through Hyvenet. Hyvenet goes to the line, and he gets the try for France. So they get their 25th try of the game, 25-15. 3 minutes left on that game clock. Rocky fires it inbound. Gives it back across there to the 31 in Schwopski. Schwopski gives it across to Schwostak. Schwostak now just working hard. Gives the ball across there nicely to Schwopski. Schwopski has Schwostak just in front of him. Works hard to try and get possession of the ball. Goes on that right flank, comes back towards the line. Now settles and regroups. Has Kapusta just straight in front of him. But Kapusta managed to distract the line there. And Triot, he was distracted close to that line. And the points come for Poland, 25-16 in favour of the French. But Great game here. France look on top, but Poland, they keep coming back. They keep coming up with opportunities, and it's really making the French side really work for their tries.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're not going to give up. They've proven to us throughout the game so far how determined they are, and they work well in close contact. So if they just keep putting the pressure on the French, I think that's where they're going to be able to score all their tries.
Nice work for Havenet. Havenet will come. He's appealing for something. He's not too happy with that call. Throws the molten ball away in a bit of frustration. So great to have the sponsorship of GIO, City, Land Rover, of course the Australian Government, the New South Wales State Government and Sydney.com involved. Wonderful support from the Australian Defence Force, the Navy, Rugby AU and Wheelchair Sports New South Wales. This has been day 3 of the 2018 IWRF GIO Wheelchair Rugby World Championship. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage on the live stream as Havenet goes at the line, tries to get some contact there close to that try line, pushes one away, pops it over the top. Great work close to the line, and Verdon gets the points for the French. Great try for the France side, 26-16. Margin now 10 as Rocky works it. Schwostak gives it back to Rocky. Rocky tries to get the ball back in field. Works hard at the line. Has some players around him, including Schwabski. Now it gives to Kapusta. Kapusta now under some pressure. France try and get there. Havenet tries to go off him. Comes away. Trior comes in field. Comes at the line. Tries to get his man. Nicely played by Verdon. And the penalty will come. The referee will play it. And it looks as though it'll go to... Thought it was going to go to France, but there's an equipment check. That's why it's come to a stop there. And Jonathan Havenet will get a tyre check, as you can see it being changed. But great hustle and pressure applied from both sides in key times, Molly.
Yeah, you know what? It's all about how people act under pressure. You know, you want to keep cool, calm, collected. You can't crumble because that's where you give away penalties and you lose points. And, you know, the other team can definitely capitalise over that. So hopefully both teams can really start to just, you know, hone in on that and just stay calm because we're getting into the later stages of the game now, nearly at half time.
Just over 90 seconds to go before that break. Rocky from Schwostak. He'll just slow down the shot clock. There's about 34 seconds left on it. Rocky just slows it down. He's going to take all his time here. About 27 seconds left. I reckon he'll take most of this. This is probably to get some possession inside that second half to start them. To try and peg back this 10-point lead. And he goes through for the try for Poland. So 26-17, the margin to 9. And now it comes away to Havenet. Havenet will play it close to the line. Has a couple of players in field. Nicely there to Verdon. Verdon will just work that angle. He'll try and go at the line. Brilliantly picked up and tapped away. And it'll be Verdon that goes through for the try for France. So they get that margin back to 10. Pretty quick, smart. They didn't panic there, the French, Molly.
No.
Really responded greatly.
Yeah, no, they didn't, did they? And the French have got a knack of being able to put themselves down the far end of the court quite quickly. They're a fast team and they know where the space is. But they also have that advantage where they seem to communicate quite well, so the players always know where they are. And when they get into space, they use that to their advantage.
So plays it to Rocky. Rocky fires it over the head pass. Now it's working nicely to Ruback. Ruback, she'll just cruise through for an easy try for the Polacks. And it comes away, and the margin back to 9. So 27-18, just over a minute to play before half-time. This half-time break, Molly, it'll be crucial for both sides. Plenty of work to do for Poland in this second half. They're not out of this contest despite the 9-point margin.
They definitely aren't. It's nice to see Ruback back on the field because she has such a presence about her as well, and she's a dominant player for the Polish. So hopefully she can bring something to the court.
You can see her defensive skills on offer there. Havenet just absolutely flew at Ruback. Ruback just stood her ground and to her credit defended the line brilliantly. It comes nicely to Verdon. Verdon works his way close to that line now, just resets, regroups, comes at the line, left flank, goes nicely, and Trior creates a nice gap there for him to go through for the try. As Rocky now takes the line, you can see about 36 seconds left on the game clock. Pass over the top from Rocky, gives it away nicely to Ruback. Ruback works. Isabella Ruback, brilliant stuff from her. Gives the ball away nicely to Rocky. Raphael Rocky, working hard for Poland. Just getting to the line, 20 seconds left on the game clock and the shot clock. The margin is 10, as you can see. They're trying to get it to 9. Works it from Rocky. Rocky just has some possession, has Schwostak. Couple of options there, goes over the top. Great pass. Ruback gets the try. Brilliantly placed there from Isabella Ruback, and the deserving try goes her way for Poland. Great stuff here, back and forth, isn't it, Molly?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what, like I said, Ruback back on the field, and that's where the momentum seems to be picking up for the Polish side. But obviously the French know how to respond to that as well. They're quite fast, and they've done really well in these last two quarters.
So Verdon tried to get that pass across. It would have been pretty if it had connected, but it didn't. It went into bounds. So we are at half-time. The margin is 9, as you can see on your screen. 28-19, France over Poland. We'll take a break. On the other side, stay with us for all the action of the second half.
See, feel, climb. First out, last in. Look round corners, look in crannies. Go down dark alleys, lose yourself. Catch a lift, break new ground. Turn things inside out. Go walkabout, get set. Go after the goosebumps. Never stop discovering.
This tournament, of course, would be very, very difficult to go ahead without the wonderful assistance, efforts and work from those in the IWRF. And happy anniversary to those wonderful people, because this year marks the 25th anniversary of the International Wheelchair Rugby Federation, created in 1993 as the governing body for the sport of wheelchair rugby. The IWRF would like to thank all the athletes, coaches, officials, volunteers and supporters who have contributed to this great sport, and they look forward to many more years of growing and supporting the global wheelchair rugby family.
Oh, I can see Joss. Yeah, so how did look up to your left, up here.
And of course, there's always a lot of spectators from other nations that do come down to have a keen eye at their competition. And if you're looking at this and you think maybe your rugby wheelchair might be in need of a bit of a spruce up or a new one, or you think there's someone you might like to give a new rugby wheelchair to, well, it's your lucky week, because this Friday, on August 10, the 2018 World Championship, the IWRF will auction off a Visco competition wheelchair valued at almost $9,000. Auction proceeds will go on to support the IWRF Hall of Fame, which is sponsored by Visco Metalcraft. So if that tickles your fancy and you think that might be right up your alley, then by all means, you can sign up and participate. For all information, visit IWRF.com. Well, the team's obviously pretty keen. Plenty of time left on the clock. They're out there belting each other up. Both nations keen to get out, get amongst it with 47, 46, 45 seconds remaining.
And welcome back to the Key Centre. Third period action about to get underway as France will inbound it nicely through Rio. He gets it away to Saint-Légieux. France now just trying to pile on some pressure here to build on their lead. They lead, as you can see, by 9 points, 28-19. And Christophe Saint-Légieux goes close to that line, tries to bounce it once and twice. Now the pressure applies for the Polacks. He goes hard at the line, left and right. Nice little pivot close to the try line, and he gets the points for France. Terrific start for the French, Molly.
Yeah, absolutely. We're coming to the second half now, and French really started to pull away from Poland in that second quarter. And if they want to keep their momentum going and really extend their 10-point lead, then this is where they need to start doing it.
John O'Farr and Molly Gray in commentary tonight here for this clash between France and Poland. We hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you may find yourself and at whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. Of course, on the internet, it goes worldwide. It goes nicely to Saint-Légieux, gives it away there. Couldn't quite get the pass away to Moreau. And France get a chance, go begging. So Poland have forced a mistake here. Schwabski, he now works his way through that attention area, and he's getting some bit of work to do. Gives it nicely back in field to Lakmanowicz. Lakmanowicz pivots, spins. Nice play. Goes straight up the middle. Trying to go for that try line. Oh, that's terrific stuff. He pivoted more than Ross Geller on Friends.
Oh, that's brilliant. And that just goes to show the determination of the Polish side as well. You know, we've seen it throughout the last two quarters, and then we're seeing it again. They're not going to give up until the end, I do not believe.
So now the French side take it on. Rio takes it forward, goes on that flank, has his man in Légieux inside that quarter, but he'll go himself. And he goes for the try line there for the French. Brings up 30 points for them. 30 tries to 20 over Poland. 6:45 to go in this third term. Terrific contest. We've got a wonderful day tomorrow. Molly, this is mouth-watering. Australia, Japan. How good is it going to be?
Oh, it's going to be great. I've seen Australia play twice now, and they are absolutely incredible. With the likes of Riley Batt leading from the front. He was on fire today. And then I caught the last part of the Japan game, and they were amazing as well. I think it's going to be a great contest. And if you want to see a good showcase of wheelchair rugby, that is definitely the game to watch.
Yeah, head online, 2018, WRWC.com is the website. You need, spread the word, tell your friends, and we hope we can have your company here tomorrow. That'll be a terrific contest, possibly maybe even a World Cup final preview based on the way the sides are going. They're both undefeated at this stage. Obviously, that's going to change tomorrow, but what a contest. Both sides going in undefeated. It just sets it up nicely, doesn't it, for the tournament?
Oh, absolutely. You know, it puts a lot of pressure on both of the sides as well, and it all comes down to, I believe, when it's matches like that, who can stay composed the best.
Yeah, it'll be a clutch situation. It may even go to overtime, which would be the first for this tournament. I'm surprised it's taken this long based on some of the competitive nature. Sweden and Japan almost went that way today. Sweden, Molly, they were looking for very close to that upset and just made some crucial mistakes at key times in that final term, and Japan just used their experience to get over the top. But you know, it's vital to have that experience in a team in those clutch situations.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing with sport, isn't it? It's always in those final moments you've got maybe a point separating the teams. Maybe it's even you're locked at you're locking horns at the same score, and it comes down to who can hold on for the longest and who can force a penalty out of the other sides. So, you know, Japan were able to do that to the Swiss and got away with the win.
Nice pass back in field there to Schwabski. Schwabski works hard for Poland. Has Schwostak in front of him. And the play will just come to a halt. The referee has spotted something over on that far side, so it looks like possession will come the way, still with Poland, but they'll play it inbound through Schwostak, who's just on that sideline you can see at the bottom left of your screen. 30-21 in favour of France. Some work to do for Poland, but they're really starting to lift here in this third term. The championship quarter, they call it. 5:48 left in it. Schwostak now will have the inbound pass. Looks for some options. Finds Rocky. Rocky gives the ball away nicely. Lakmanowicz is working well in defence. Rocky tries to find the pass away to Schwabski, but can't. And Just decides to hold on to it. Lakmanowicz working beautifully in defence. Threads the needle. Give the ball away to Schwostak. Back inside to Rocky. Rocky working hard for possession here for Poland in the attacking quarter. Just decides to go inside that key. Gives it nicely to Schwosty. Can't hold on to the ball. Sailor, he has possession of the ball. Now battling left and right. Tries to pivot and spin and does it well. Gets the ball away eventually. Nice pass over. Needs to pass Schwopsy. Gets the ball back for Poland. Poland lifting here, down the flank. Here comes the French attack through Rior. Rior tries to get him, bump from Sailor, but the point goes to Poland. Brilliant stuff from the Polacks. They just kept coming. The determination was there. But you've got to give credit to France. They really charged. Take us through the replay, Molly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see the Polish going down on the outside there, and French working their butts off to get in and try and stop the try, but they just weren't quick enough. And the Polish were able to get over the line. So credit to them. I think they're doing absolutely brilliantly, and they're showing a lot of determination here in this third quarter.
Plays it nicely to Rieur. Rieur just tries to get it to Sailor, who lost it there momentarily, but it's picked up over there by Le Guin. Le Guin gives it back to Sailor. He tries to play the line at hard in that defensive key, and he gets the try for the French. So now the margin just getting away from them. 9 points again, just under 5 to play in this third period. As Rocky will inbound it for Poland. You can see him on screen, gives it back inside nicely. Schwartztek gives it back to Rocky. Rocky holds the pass, has Swabski back inside nicely to Lakmanowicz. Leszek Lakmanowicz gives the ball away, but the chance of points comes begging because Sailor came in, just played that pivotal role, managed to get the ball and out of the hands of the Polacks, and it goes out of bounds. So crucial turnover there, Molly.
Yeah, and it's forcing those mistakes, as the French want. They want to put pressure on the Polish, and they want to force them to make those crucial mistakes, especially at this stage of the game. And, they have coughed up a couple of small mistakes that are going to build up over time, and it's going to help the French be able to run away with the points.
So the contest continues here. Poland will inbound it nicely to Rocky. Rocky plays it hard, gives it back into Kapusta, who's back on the court. Henich is there in 11. And now Rafael Rocky. He just takes on the line. Great work from Kapusta in defence. Rocky tries to go the left flank. Has Henich over the top, but decides to go for the shorter pass. And Christophe Kapusta goes through for the points. So it'll be inbound for France. Le Guin has the possession of the ball. Goes to Sailor. Sailor goes infield nicely to the number 10 in Miru. And he loses possession. Ball goes back into the hands of the Polish bench. The Molten ball, the official IWRF ball. And the referees will hold up procession. It's going to be a terrific day, Molly. Tomorrow, of course, we've got Australia, Japan. That'll be a little bit later in the day, of course, at 6:30. But Australia take on Ireland. They're looking for their first win of the tournament. Be a great test for the Irish against the Aussies, early doors at 11 o'clock.
I had the pleasure of calling the Irish game earlier today, and they were on fire. There was a couple of really great players. Moylan, he's one of the bigger boys, and he's just absolutely ferocious on the field. So I think he is going to be an absolute asset to them against the likes of Riley Batt tomorrow.
And you mentioned the tenacity earlier off air about the tenacity of the little bulldog Alan Deneen, the 12.
He was amazing. Defensively, he's so fast. He just gets around the court so easily, and he's just up in everyone's faces. And it's very entertaining to watch someone, especially because he's a little bit smaller, but he's just all over the place. It's great.
He's got plenty of fight in him. So it starts tomorrow at 10 o'clock at the Netball Centre. That'll be Japan-Denmark, which will be a terrific game based on the way the Danes are playing. A little bit of a surprise pack at the Danes. They were expected to lose a couple of games, but beating Sweden has really given them some strong confidence going into this tournament. And it's now Miru that takes it up nicely for the French. Fires it over the top. Great work from the French. And it's terrific work close to the line to Valentin. And France will get the try on that occasion. So 32-24, just under 4 minutes to play. And it'll be Poland that inbound it very shortly. Schwostak gives it nicely to Kapusta. Kapusta has his man just in there. Reimer now has come on for Poland in 12. Great work from Kapusta. Gives it back to Rocky. Brilliant hands. Needs Henich to just get a little bit further ahead. But Kapusta working hard. And now it's great work from the 12 there in Reimer. Reimer works hard to get the possession still in the hands of Poland. Kapusta working hard. Gives it back nicely to Henich. Henich works tough and hard inside that attacking key. Goes to that left flank, as you can see. Now brings it back to the right. Strong work there closely to the line. Brilliant stuff from the French in defence, but it goes to Kapusta. Great pass over the top. Brilliant vision. And the try goes the way of the Polacks. They're coming back, Molly. The margin 7 points, as you can see.
They are on the way, and like I said, the determination throughout this entire game just keeps lifting and lifting. They're not going to give up. And like I've said a couple of times throughout the game already, they work really well together in that close quarter play where there's a lot of pressure being put on the French. So hopefully they can keep that up.
Nicely played